Our last example in section 4.3 on quadratic functions is an application of quadratic functions. Below is a profit function that models the revenue R in dollars that a company earns as a function of the number of products P sold. We're to find the number of products that must be sold to reach the maximum revenue, and we need to find the maximum revenue. So let's think about what they're saying. We can kind of make a little sketch here. This is a function. It's a profit function that models revenue as a function of products P. So we know that P is our independent variable, our X, and our revenue is our Y-axis. Okay. Another thing we can think about here, what if they don't sell any? What if P is 0? What happens to their revenue? If you put in a 0 here and a 0 here, it looks like they're out, negative $750. So maybe we'll even consider where that might be. Just pick a point here, and I'll call that 750, negative 750, right? So we know we have this y-intercept, right? So what's happening? It's a quadratic. Which way does this open? It opens down, so that's why they're referring to maximums, right? Because it does open down. So at some point it's here, and then it's going to come up and come back down, right? So that's what we know the quadratic function to do. So to find the maximum, the maximum number of products, the number of products we have to sell to get that maximum revenue, that will be the x-coordinate of the vertex. And of course the maximum revenue is the y-coordinate vertex. So number of products, okay, number of products for maximum revenue, I'm going to say max revenue, this is the x-coordinate of the vertex. And then the max revenue is the y-coordinate of the vertex. See, once you identify what you've got to find, it's a lot easier. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So, first thing we do, to find the x-coordinate, that's negative b over 2a. All right, so negative 50 over 2 times negative 1/10. And what's that? Negative 50 divided by negative 2/10, and that ends up being 250. So, what that tells us is, say, I don't know, maybe right here, this is 250 products. These are products. This is money, right? Revenue is money. All right, so we know then this would be our axis of symmetry. So there would be a point over here, and we want to know how high up we go. So we know this is the number of products where the peak occurs, but how high is the peak? So now to find, so 250, so the number of products for max revenue is 250. Number 2 says find the max revenue. So now we find f of 250. Negative 1/10 times 250 squared plus 50 times 250 minus 750. And see this, I got negative 6250. For this, I got 12,500 minus 750, and altogether 5,500. So the max revenue is $5,500. So up here, this would be like 5,500. That's where our vertex would be. So we'd have, I don't know if I can freehand this very well, but I'll give it a shot. Something like this. This would be what our graph would look like.